We're on the road. Where transportation goes, community grows. Welcome to On the Road with the MTA. And welcome to another exciting edition of On the Road with the MTA. I'm Jay Gibbons alongside with Stephanie Kay from the MTA. How's Stephanie?
I am very well, thank you. And I have to say, I was out and about over the weekend, and I saw...
You out and about?
No, can you believe
way.
it? And then I went to Grand Rapids to babysit.
Oh, well, I love Grand Rapids. Is an awesome city.
Isn't it a great city? Yeah. Yes. But while I was there, I saw like a food truck. You know, we have the Food Bank of Eastern Michigan here. Yep. There's one up there too. There's one everywhere you go, and it was a huge truck. And I cannot tell you the need for that. The cars were lined up around the block.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, and they were like taking it right out to their cars. So I think that's just so grateful. I'm so grateful to know that's in our community.
Yep.
That people in need can get that. And I'm glad to say we're on the phone right now with Caitlin from the Food Bank of Eastern Michigan. And they do something every year that you can help by having a great time, and it's called Empty Bowls. Have you been there for that yet?
I have not been there yet.
What? Really?
I know.
Oh, Jay, they do it every year, and you have the afternoon session or the evening session, and there's music, and there's soups from all different great restaurants, and there's bread
yummy.
and desserts. So, Caitlin, tell us what day this year are you doing the Empty Bowls event?
Yes, Empty Bowls this year is on September 19th, which is a Thursday. It's always the third Thursday of the month, and it will take place from 11 to 2 and from 4 to 7.
CJ, you can go either time. Now, you can't say you have to work because you can go from 4 to 7.
You're right.
Now, what are the ticket prices for this year?
So tickets are $30, and that includes a handcrafted pottery bowl from either the Flint Institute of Arts or one of the other local pottery studios to our area. And then also it includes a meal of bread, dessert, and, of course, soup donated by all the local restaurants in the area. This year we will have about 175 gallons of soup.
Wow.
So it's an insane event. At any given point, it's basically a buffet of soup. So it's really cool.
It is some of the best soups you'll ever have too, Jay.
Really? So they have varying types of soups?
They have cheeseburger soup. That's a really good one.
A lentil soup, that kind of stuff?
Sure. Wedding cake soup.
Wedding cake soup?
Or wedding something soup. What was that? Do you remember what that was named?
Italian wedding soup, I believe.
Italian wedding soup. There you go.
Okay.
Thank you for correcting that. And every year I have been happy to be a celebrity server, and I serve the soup. And you will see so many people in the community. That place is packed because you said the tickets are already on sale, right?
Yes, we've already sold about 200 tickets,
Wow.
and we're over a month away. So tickets are on sale. We do have a limited number of tickets per hour. So feel free, go online, order your tickets in advance if you'd like to guarantee a spot. We will have some limited registration available at the door as well.
Perfect. Well, I know MTA is a sponsor. We like to be able to help out when we can.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be providing the transportation people can use for free to get back and forth, which is nice. And if somebody else wanted to sponsor, don't they get some free tickets when they sponsor? Yes.
All of our sponsorships include tickets, which is a really cool benefit. We also encourage, if you're not able to sponsor the event, a lot of companies are actually purchasing tickets for their staff to take them out to lunch. So there's a lot of different opportunities for companies in the area to support. If you have a restaurant, we're looking for donations of soup, bread, and dessert. There's all kinds of different ways to get involved. Invite your friends, invite your family. We have kids, and we have all ages that come and enjoy the event. So it's really cool to see all walks of life all in one area.
And it's just so great to see so many people that you know that you might not see all year long, but you see them there because it's a great event. And tell us where the money goes. At $30, I know you get a lot for your money because you get the delicious food. And like you said, there was dessert, and there's ice cream from Uncle Ray's,
Yum.
and there's pop, and there's entertainment, and the soups you can have as much as you want. There's no limit. And the bowls you're going to collect. You're going to love those bowls. I have one from every year. I probably have 15 of them already.
Cool.
I love them. So where does the money go? Caitlin, tell us about that.
Yeah, so as far as expenses go, the food bank doesn't have very many expenses as it comes to the event because all of the soup is donated, all of the bread's donated, all of the bowls are donated, that kind of thing. So I would say 85 to 90% of your donation is directly to feeding people. So we try to keep those low costs for everything. We try not to spend any money on the event, but occasionally there's a cost here and there. But overall, all of the ticket cost goes back to the Food Bank of Eastern Michigan to feed people.
Now, I know you had said once before when I was in the radio, I was just amazed by this because you said $1 can buy 16 meals?
$1 equals 6 meals.
Oh, 6 meals. Okay.
Yes, it is a really good turnaround. Just a dollar donation can make a really big impact. So make your dollar count, is what I like to say. A lot of people think that the best way to support a food bank is to go to the grocery store, buy a bunch of food, and then drop it off. Although we can put that food to good use and it'll go to good people that need it, you just spent $20 at the grocery store when that $20 could have fed a lot more because
Sure.
we have purchasing power where we can buy an entire truckload of mac and cheese for a really cheap cost and then distribute it across 22 counties as opposed to somebody buying a box of mac and cheese from a grocery store for a couple dollars a box.
Well, I know.
Yeah,
I know how much further you can get those things. So yeah, like you said, $1 can make so much of a difference. And I'm the president of the Genesee Valley Rotary, and each year, a couple times a year, we go over to the food bank and we help sort the food out. And that's where I learned that you can, like the canned goods, I think are good. 3 years past their best of use by date? There
is a standard for how long food is good based on the product. I'm not super familiar with that, but I know that, for example, like cans have a certain expiration date past their expiration date that's on their box. Same with box goods. Grains are different. There's so many different rules and regulations with that. But what's really cool is when you're downstairs volunteering in our warehouse, there's all kinds of opportunities for just learning about all of the different things that have expiration or life after expiration.
That's where I learned it. We were down there and we were sorting through things. Oh, this one says it expires tomorrow. They said, no, that's good for a whole year past that. Oh, really? Wow. They said it's not going to be bad for you. You just might lose some of the taste. But if you have things at home, don't be throwing those out. And move the things in the back to the front. That way you'll use them before it gets expired. Right. But I learned a lot about that. And we just loved helping out, knowing we were helping so many people. And the need, like I said, was just tremendously great that you do have to help people. And I'm glad that MTA can help you as well. Now tell people how they can make use of that free transportation to get to your event.
Yeah, so because of the size of the event and the amount of people that we have during a short period of time, our parking lot is basically full all day, the entire day. So we have partnered with MTA to provide a shuttle from several different parking lots around the area. So we've got the park next door. We've got our recently purchased building across the street on Lapeer Road. And then we have our Building 1 parking lot as well, all of which are a lot further than necessarily walking distance. So we provide that transportation to and from the different locations just to make sure it's easy and accessible for everybody.
I know in the years past, we were able to get you the trolley, and everybody just loves to ride that trolley. It's a fun little vehicle to ride around. And will there be signs up at those different locations that you want us to be so people will know where to go to park their cars?
Absolutely. There will be signage all over the place. Look for the Food Bank of Eastern Michigan parking signs. They'll be scattered throughout the area, just directing people to where to go. Just make sure you go to the entrance at 1939 Howard Avenue. That is our main parking lot and our main entrance. If you go to any of the other buildings on Lapeer Road, you will not make it to the event because it is the wrong entrance. So go on over to Howard Avenue, which is right around the corner, and you'll be able to enter our main building. And one thing I'll point out is while you're there, if you attend the event, take a peek at our beautiful mosaic that we have that just really tells a story about growth and different products and things like that. And it's just a really beautiful, it's actually really tactile too. So if you're walking by, you can feel the different aspects of things. And the artist did a really good job with that.
Are you also going to have the silent auction that you had last year?
Yes, we will have a large silent auction. We will have a chance raffle of 50-50. We've got, it sounds like we have a dessert food truck coming this year, so that will be new this year. And then again with there's going to be a DJ and some music. a lot of places to eat your food. We'll have a quiet dining area for those that like to kind of be in a quiet area more so than in the area with the DJ. It's a really fun event, and we really encourage as many people as possible to come. Just because you can have a really great impact with that $1 equals 6 meals for a $30 ticket that comes with a bowl and a meal and a really good time.
That's 180 meals then. If you had $30 for 6.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Oh, you're good at math. Good.
I am.
Look at
I love
you.
math. I know. Well, it's a great way to have a fun time with your friends, get a good meal, and you're helping out so much. You're really making a big difference in the community, and it's a fun time as well. So it's a win-win all the way around, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Well, wonderful. You know, something else I want to do to help you with as well. If you need volunteers, I don't know if you have to go through a training or whatever, but I know that I was telling Jay when I saw that line of people in their cars, and people were working so hard to put the boxes in the car, and they did that across the street from where I live too. There was the Church of the Nazarene, and I saw them putting boxes in people's cars there. I wanted to go and help. Put the boxes together and put them in the cars. Do you ever need help with people doing that?
Absolutely. We do have partner agencies across our 22 counties that are putting on those distributions regularly. So if you take a peek at our website, whether you want to help or you want to, if you need the food yourself, there's an access point on our website that says find food, and put it in your zip code, and it will direct you to all of the local pantries in your area. There's also a calendar that has all of the mass distributions or mobile food distributions that are happening that week or that month. So you can kind of see what area each of those distributions are. For the most part, I would say during the month, we have something going on 75% of the days of a month.
Yeah, it's simply
so at least one.
I see them everywhere. I see them at the churches. I see them everywhere I go. It seems like they're just in line to get that stuff. And I wonder if you give away like milk or something, how do you keep it cold? But those great big trucks have refrigerators inside, don't they?
Yes, we do have refrigerated trucks, so that when they're transporting the goods, whatever it is, it stays within serve-safe standards for food safety. That is a really big component for us. We actually just had a audit of our warehouse and our facility that includes just about all of it. And out of 1,000 points, we scored a 965, which is pretty much unheard of. So, and we've a couple years ago we were 925. So we've just we're audited every 2 years, and that number every year goes up. They'll find things. They're like, hey, fix this. The next time they come, that is fixed. Because we really enjoy keeping the food to the standards that you would get at a grocery store or anywhere that you would purchase the food. We want to keep it in a good, safe standard. It's really incredible to walk through our warehouse and just see how everything is so organized and clean. I don't know how they know where everything is at all times. It's incredible to see.
Well, we always take about a group of 10 and we go over there for the Rotary. And I agree. It was so clean and organized, and it just feels good to be able to help out too. Then you can go have something to eat afterwards, and you realize I can go and afford a meal. Some of these people can't afford one, so we're helping them out. It just makes a huge difference. I know there's a new organization that's in my neighborhood called Little Lamb, and Jay and I just talked to them on the podcast.
Yep.
And they provide food and diapers and toys and clothing for families that have children. And there's absolutely no cost in which to do that. And I asked her how she can afford that. And she said she also buys the food from you at the food bank. So that helps out her a lot too. She said she can get the mac and cheese like you talked about and things that families need. So you've really helped her and so many of their families down the road. You help a lot more people than people do realize.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And we currently have over 600 partner agencies. That's schools, that's pantries, that's churches, we have a senior box program that every month we give out 3,000 boxes to seniors. And that number, that was the number from last year, and we just increased that number significantly. I believe it's doubled or tripled since that number was given out. And we also have 70 summer feeding program sites this year, which I think last year was in the 40s. So we've significantly increased all of those things. We're constantly giving out as much food as we possibly can. What's really cool is we have an agency shopping center. So anything that we doesn't make sense to send out on a truck, because we don't have enough of it. Most of that would be like food drive items or store donations, that kind of thing, where we just have, a couple boxes of mac and cheese, or we have a couple cans of green beans. It goes into our agency shopping center, and they can go through, and I would say about 75% of what's in that area is free. If not, I think the most expensive items are like 25 cents a pound.
Wow.
And that's, I believe, personal care goods. Things like frozen meat has a cost, and that's like 17 cents a pound or something like that. It's insanely low cost. So any of our partner agencies can set up a time to come in and shop, and they can pick what they need. And what's really cool about that is occasionally we get like a birthday cake donated or something like that. And an agency can come in. They know that one of their the people that they serve is having a birthday coming up, or a little kid is having a birthday, and they'll specifically come in and get a shopping appointment to go get a birthday cake, or things like that. So it's really cool to see the impact that you can have when we like to joke with our agencies that if they brought a U-Haul, we could fill it in 20 minutes. During those shopping appointments. So
wow.
They're 20-minute appointments because they're back to back, and if they brought a U-Haul, it would be filled. So it's really incredible to see.
Sure.
And my favorite part about volunteering in the warehouse is the instant gratification, because you leave with a number of people that you help.
Oh, I love that.
The number of meals that you provided. I think it's 368 meals per 2 hours per person.
Wow.
So you can leave, like, they'll be like, you just sorted boxes for this many people. Those number of pallets feeds this many people.
Well, I know you have like Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts will come and help fill those boxes, the senior boxes, the holiday boxes. And years back, I know you could sponsor a senior box. I think it was $20 a month that it cost me to sponsor a senior, that they would get a box every month. Are you still doing that?
We don't have that program anymore because of most of those programs are funded either through the state or through grants or things like that. So we don't focus on that as much. But we do have programs that you're able to do things like that in addition to that.
But you still need the volunteers, like the Girl Scouts or the Boy Scouts or people who want to come together, the Rotaries, Chambers.
Yeah, so we give out those senior boxes on, I believe it's the second Tuesday of every month. So normally, like the last Tuesday of a month, you'll see the station where the senior boxes are prepared. All of a sudden, it'll be empty, and then it'll be completely full, and that's where our focus is for a good week or two to make sure those boxes can get out.
Well, a friend of mine used to deliver them. A friend of mine loved to deliver them because he was just volunteer. He would just go pick up the boxes and take them to the seniors, and he said they were always so very grateful. And he said people try to give him a tip. He's like, no, it's just I like doing it. It's just my volunteer time. So you still need people to do that too, I take it, right? Yeah.
So all of our senior boxes go through partner agencies. So they have volunteers that deliver, but we also have partnered with DoorDash.
Oh.
They just hit 100 million meals in our partnership. Actually, we're celebrating that coming up. And so that 100 million meals is all senior boxes that were hand delivered by a DoorDash driver from an agency. The only requirement is you have to live within 5 miles of an agency that has the senior box program, or within 5 miles of our food bank.
Well, I know DoorDash can be expensive. How do they get paid? Do they just volunteer their time?
So DoorDash pays for that.
Well, that's nice.
It's all through DoorDash. Yep.
Very cool. Well, Caitlin, thank you so much. I know you were setting up tables right now because you're so busy, and you had another partnership with Kroger, and that was a very cool thing. They gave you 1,000 tickets for the Ally Challenge. Anybody who came and even donated $10, you gave them a ticket. And those tickets could be anywhere from $40 to $65. So you know what? Check out the Food Bank of Eastern Michigan. A lot of times if you donate, there's some extra perks in it for you.
Yeah.
Not only helping people, but you help yourself too.
Absolutely. It's really cool to partner with different companies like that because we can do a lot with $10. We can do 60 meals. And so those donations can go a long way with those tickets.
Well, I know you're doing the next thing is the empty bowls, which I will definitely be there. I love that. And I think you should go too, Jay, this time. So we're going to get you over there.
Twist my arm. Go ahead.
That is Thursday. It's September 19th. Mark your calendars. And Caitlin, anytime you do anything else in the community where you might need us to, help you promote that, don't hesitate to give us a call. We'll put you back on. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Caitlin. If you're listening and you want to be on our podcast too, Jade, let's invite them. How can we do this?
All I got to do is just send me an email or send us an email at podcast@mtaflint.org. That's it.
And we'll put you on. Yep. We'll talk about things that are wonderful in the community leaders, and things that will help your life make it a little bit easier. So thank you for listening, and stay safe, and listen every week with On the Road with the MTA.
You've been listening to On the Road with the MTA. For more information on our services and community outreach, visit us online anytime at www.mtaflint.org. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The MTA, your community, your connection, your way.